Al. The only thing that I found that could be done at this point in time for Bao is to try to get rid of the judge. At least do what we can to hinder her career. Hey, Triple X. Um, I had. If we want to help out Bao, what we can do is I miss you too, Triple X. I love getting in here. I had to do some phone calling, trying to help out Bao some, you know, best I can do. But hey, Tay Lynn, how are you? But yeah, I'm okay, great. How are you, Triple X? Hey, Lynn. Today, the best I could find is getting a hold of the judicial branch. Oh, okay, Tay, cool. Get a hold of the judicial branch in Texas and wage a complaint against that judge in Crowley, Texas. The best thing to do that they've told me, and I'd been on the phone since 2 hours ago, um, is to call www or not call, right? Go to www.scjc.texas.gov. That will give you a way to hey Jody, how are you, bro? That will give you a way to wage a complaint against the judge and what she is doing, and and how she went to another judge to get other things placed upon Bow and things like that. They did tell me that if other into, because that is misconduct by two judges to do such a thing. I talked to a very nice investigator, but he told me there's nothing he can do until the paperwork's set in on me from me to do anything, because there is what do you call protect. Yes, and that's what I told him to Tay. She said he said the more people. This is straight from the investigator. He said the more people that write in on that and let them know about that, the more they're going to investigate into it, and they're going to something more than likely can be done then. And that was straight from the investigator. But we got to write in on it, is what he said. He said because he can't do anything until the paperwork's there. He's got to have paperwork to look at. So gather all your information that you got. Good, Jody. I'm glad. Gather all your information that you got, and write to that and I know I'm going to, and I'm going to go look back through other things with Bao and get refreshed so I can do a full uh, uh, thing into this myself, because the more they got, the more information they got, the better off they are too. So that's how I was told to handle it by the judicial system of Texas. That S SCJC is the Texas judicial system on governing and and punishing judges. That's what their job is to do. Um, they govern and punish judges. So, hi Jen, how are you? Um, Sorry, I'm a bit hungover this morning. My head's got a little bit of a pain in it. But it might have been also just talking to all them idiots in the freaking in the state capital of Texas and things like that. But I was just giving an update on what I just went through this morning. The last 2 hours I spent talking to um, the governor's office and also the Texas State Judicial Office for governing and punishing judges that are doing wrong and investigating judges. The website, again, I'll tell y'all. Unfortunately, I ain't got a computer, right, so I can't type it in, or I would type it in. The website is www.scjc.texas. Spell out Texas. Texas.gov. Um, right into them, wage complaints with them against that judge that Scott Bow, because they did say that that judge going to another judge, if that's the case, which we know is the truth. She went to another judge to get more stuff put on Bow. He did say that is misconduct of a judge. So, as a matter of fact, it's misconduct of two judges. But as far as he knew, there was nothing wrote in on that to them. So, I'm sure there's several people that do investigations and things like that. But let's all try to write in on that. I know I'm going to, and maybe we can get rid of a crooked ass judge, or at least get her to where she ain't so. I told them that, and they said that is how do you say it? That is acceptable to a point. Is how basically how he came down to it, and from what he was hearing from me, he said that it probably would warrant an investigation, but they need people uh, putting in the complaints. So that's what he asked me to do, and so I'm putting it out there to all of y'all. What he told me, um, go to that website and write a complaint. Tell them, hey, this judge is a fake judge. She ain't even a real judge. And then she's going to other judges with a personal vendetta against Bow, things like that. Let them know this, because that's what's going on, and we know that. That lady has a personal problem with Bow, and that's because she's a fake fucking judge, and she's afraid to lose her little happy extra income. And I told him that. He says, well, I can't do anything until I have complaints. Okay? So please take the time, write up a complaint. Take the time, rest with everything in this case. Everything. So you can write out a really good complaint. That's what I plan on doing. Tonight, after everything's all said and done, I'm going to be reviewing everything I can on Bow's stuff about this case, and then go from there. And so I can write up a very good complaint against this judge. So, this wannabe judge, I keep calling her a judge. She's a wannabe judge. So she don't get her bar license. So she right now what she's doing is probably trying to get her bar license, and that's why she judge bullshit. And this lady does not need a bar license. Good, 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 good. This lady don't need a bar license. Hey, SC, how are you, bro? Um, I was just telling everybody I've been spending 2 hours talking to. That's good. I'm glad, and I know I'm going to be doing it. And I would like everybody else to write a complaint about that judge in Crowley that's got Bow locked up over a personal vendetta. Um, y'all that have been keeping up with Bow and all that. Yeah, well, I'm talking about the other one in Crowley that's got Bow right now locked up in a cage. Uh, she needs something done with her too. She's a wannabe judge. I've been talking to the governor's office. They sent me finally over to the judicial. Um, um, they sent me over to the judicial thing to talk to them. Um, they told me they cannot do. They listened to what I had to say. I talked to the man for almost an hour, the judicial guy on this judge, and the website again is www. It. Um, they they need the complaint. So we need so it'll be is what he said. Also, the investigator seemed truly in this because I brought up two valid points to her. One, she's not an actual real judge, and she's passing judicial sentences against a man. That's not right. Two, she went uh, she went to another judge, get more sentencing put on him. The courtroom in her realm. That again is unbecoming of a judge, and warrants investigation. He says so. Let's get these complaints going in, people. All right. We owe that to the man that gave up his freedoms for us to help try to fight for our freedoms. We owe it to him just so that bitch will never sit on a bench again. I'm sorry. That's the way I feel about it. That lady does. That woman does not need to be sitting on a bench. She does not need a bar license. She does not need anything. So let's get these complaints rolling in, guys, if we can. I will be this evening as soon as everything's said and done. I will be doing that if I'm not working on it off and on today. Um, so depends on how things go today. But I do know I'll have the time this evening to do it. Uh, Hi, China Lynn. How are you, hon? Hey, Flo. Flo. How are you, bro? Um, but yeah, were if y'all weren't lurking, if um, I I just got done spending 2 hours talking to the governor's office and also in Texas, and also talking to the judicial system in Texas. Um, I talked to an investigator that that investigates judges. Um, he seemed very interested in what I had to say when I told him there's a judge in Crowley, Texas that's got a man in jail and she ain't a real judge. She's a lawyer playing a judge. And then she went to another judge because she had a personal vendetta against them to get more stuff put on this man. And I was talking about bail or bow, excuse me. And he told me he seemed very interested. He seemed very interested. He seemed very nice. Uh, he uh, he but he told me it all comes down to one thing. We got to make sure to wage complaints against that judge in Crowley Corner, or that wannabe judge in Crowley, Texas. Yeah, Crowley Corner, Crowley, Texas. Okay, and he gave me the website to go to put complaints in on this person, and the website is www.scjc.texas.gov. And you got to spell out the whole word Texas. He said the more complaints, the better off, and more they'll be. So I'm trying to get everybody to put in complaints against this person who does not need to have a bar license, because she is going past her authority of anything that she should be having. So um, they so please take your time and write a complaint about that. I mean, Bao put his freedoms on the line to try to help fight for our freedoms. I think we can at least write a complaint about this judge and hopefully get her out of her position as a judge, and hopefully keep her getting her bar license. So that's what needs to happen. And he did say going to another judge was conduct unbecoming of a judge. Um, so that was a bad thing there for her to do. So we need to make sure they all know this in complaint forms. So if y'all don't mind, just take a little time and write a complaint. It is www.scjctexas, or excuse me, let me rephrase that. It's www.scjc.texas.gov. Um, uh, um, um, but if y'all can do that for Mal, please do it. I'm dot scjc dot texas dot gov. Yeah, there it is. There it is, Taylor. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, that's it. Guys, if y'all could do that and make a complaint, let's try to get this bitch out of her position. She don't deserve any position. She has proven that she not be trusted to be an impartial person, and that's part of being a judge. You got to be impartial. There it is. There it is, Taylor. Thank you very much. Yeah, y'all. That's where you can go to write out your complaint and all. Let them know what you know. Um, let's get this bitch off of a bench. She don't need to be there. Um, And like I said, that investigator, he seemed to be very interested, and he also told me that she did make some fatal name. I would have to look that up. I can't remember names with shit. But she did say that Darla Peavy did make some mistakes. Uh, they just need to be investigated, and the only way they can start the investigation process is to have the complaint sent to them. So let's get some there. The more, the merrier. So I know I will be. Um, I don't want her sitting on a bench, in front of her judicial decision. Yeah. All right. Hopefully they got it fixed. I don't know what the hell's going on. So hopefully they got it fixed and now it won't buffer. Um, but I do. Why? Tell me why. I think my phone's hung over as I am right now. That's why. uh, I knew better than to drink 10 beers last night. Oh my God. And then I had to deal with talking to government officials and their runaround bullshit. Come on. Come on, phone, quit. Is that better, guys? I hope it's better. Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Yeah, write your complaints to them, please, guys. So we can get that bitch off the bench. We don't want her on the bench no more. If we could keep from it, she has proven herself to be non-impartial. Yeah, I agree, China. I agree. My phone has a hangover. My phone has a hangover just, and I had to deal with government officials first thing this morning. Hangover. Actually, it made me be nicer and sound more polite because I wasn't yelling and screaming at them, I guess. No, I don't yell and scream at them if I keep from it. Uh, yes, it will, Taylor, and it sure will. uh, it's going to be hot today. It's already hot. Well, maybe it ain't. My stupid ass ain't got a window open. Let me open a window. I'll be right back. That shows you how dumb I am. How drunk I got. Not to open the window. Ah. Hey, it ain't so hot now that I opened the window. Can we say dirt? That was a duda on my part. Well, let's hope you did it right, Jay. I want it to rain here again. It'll cool it down. I tell you what, last night though, full night for sleeping last night here, because it wound up getting 68 degrees last night. It was great sleeping weather last night. But now it's now. There you go, Tay. Okay, Taylin, you all have a good day. Until Michigan, Florida, we said hi. Yeah, China, my bad. I'm sorry. Again, I'm hungover. Please forgive me. Why? It's the best and sexiest sight I got in my brain today, Tay. Why would I want to get that out of my head? But China, yes, please tell Michigan, Florida, we all said hi, okay, hon? If you're still there. Thank you. I'm still trying to get over this hangover, so uh, I got coffee. I'm working on it. Uh, and I can blame Flo for the hangover because Flo's the one who left me the beers. It's all Flo's fault. Hashtag fault. But damn, wow, I opened that window. You want to talk about a big difference in temperature? Woo! This breeze that's blowing through here is awesome, guys. I'm loving this breeze now. Here, you little son of a bitch, you're gonna die. Go away. There you go. All right, but at least things went. Yeah, nature AC. Yeah, I know. Go figure on that one, Taylor. Uh, I guess I think better drunk than I do when I'm sober. The one that got me, Tay, is I got your intro before you got your intro, Tay. That's what got me last night. But I guess you had a good excuse with what. Right, Jalen, I understand. But I know that crackling fire anywhere. Yeah, because I remember you asked me what I thought about it, and and I played that. give you any critique you might need or whatever, So I take oh, does he? I did. It's a good thing to know, just in case he decides to use that one. Buffering we go. No, when we stop, nobody knows. Damn buffering bullshit. Hopefully, now that I got some cooler air in here, it'll cool down the phone some, and it'll actually buffering. I think what it is my phone's getting got a little warm before I open this. I'm happy for you on that, hon. Better. Hey, Jen T. Just a suggestion, Jen. Instead of running, drive your car or your truck. It'd be a lot easier and a lot quicker. Don't be running. Just drive your truck or your car. Jen's gonna come in, gonna come around, gonna come near me, get near me, and she's just gonna smack me. Okay, okay, Tate, that's cool. 210 area code. But it is my phone got hot, guys. And it's trying to cool back down now. Hopefully, once it cools back down, I'll be all right. Yeah, there we go. It's starting to cool down now. It's starting to cool down now. How's that, guys? I might have to restart the stream. Damn. I think some of these trolls like to fuck with the stream too. I think they got a way to do it. It might also be that yeah, I'm full of hot air. You're right, Tay. I'll just make the phone warm again. But you know what? I'm really good for making hot air balloons work. Hot air balloons work real good because of me. See that That's what y'all need to do. If you're gonna pick on people, pick on yourself too. I've never and I see y'all pick on yourself, so I think you're great. I've seen y'all pick on yourself just as much as you pick on others. So, but anybody else who's watching like them damn trolls out there and that want to troll people. Hey, Brian King, how are you, bud? Yes, Brian King. That that link that Tay just put up. I just spent 2 hours talking to the governor's office, and I just spent 2 hours talking with the governor's office, and I also spent about an hour talking to the judicial branch of that takes care of judges and their misconducts and all. That link is where you can send a complaint in. They need all the complaints they can against them. I talked to that guy for an hour. He seemed very interested with what I had to tell him about her sending down judicial. She's giving judicial. What do you call that? Yeah, she's working in a judicial fashion when she ain't a judge, and handing down sentences as a judge. That's what I was looking at. What I was trying to say, and without her being an actual judge, he said that's a legitimate complaint. Also, her going to another judge and getting them involved to have more put on Bow. Uh, that's also a legitimate complaint, and they need the complaints wrote into them. So the the governor's office cannot do anything about Peavy, and that's the thing, and that's why I'm saying this. That site right there gets you in touch with the people that can do anything about her. They are the ones who investigate judges. They are the ones who make sure judges are doing the proper thing. The governor's office cannot do a damn thing about it because they are not part of the judicial branch of the government. So that's what you gotta and that's why I got that site there. I talked to the governor's office for 2 hours, and I actually, believe it or not, got to talk to the person just below the deputy governor of Texas, and I forget her name, but it was a female, a deputy. She's right below the deputy governor of Texas, and she told me, we can't do anything about it. We can listen to you talk. We can make suggestions, but there is nothing we can do about it. And she was the one. She was the one that gave me that site to make the complaints to first, and then she also gave me the number to talk to them, and I talked to them personally. I talked to a investigator personally, and that's what he told me. We talked for an hour. He seemed genuinely concerned about this, by the way, and that's, he said, unfortunately, the way the ball rolls, you gotta the way the ball rolls, you got to go and do the thing, do the complaint on the website. Yeah. So if you ain't wrote a complaint though, let's write a complaint is what I'm getting at. Put that out on your website if you don't mind, or on your channel, Brian, if you don't mind. The more people we have knowing about how to get complaints on her, the more apt we are to get her out of her seat as sitting as a judge that is not impartial, and she ain't even a real judge, you know. So if you could do that, bud, I'd appreciate it. Any of y'all, if you do a live stream, try to get that information out there to people. Let them know that's a way to help get rid of that bitch off of a bench that she don't belong, and hopefully keep her from getting her bar license. Because if you are not impartial as a judge, you should not be there. Um, and she's proved that she cannot be impartial with the Bow thing. That investigator also said going to another judge to get more sentencing put onto a man like that is also conduct unbecoming of a judge. So he just needs the complaints to come in so they can really do an investigation. He says himself personally, which he said there are several people that look into these cases. He said himself personally, he did not know about this, and he said he will be looking for my complaint personally to come in, so he can actually jump on it himself. So um, let's hope we can get these complaints going and get this woman out of here. Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much, bro. I'm glad you did that. I didn't know you had done that. I know you do a lot behind the scenes and don't let us know what you're doing, and I appreciate you doing that. Now, but if you would, let's try to get that website out there so other people know how to contact and make their complaints for this woman. That's not an impartial anything. And let's try to keep her from getting her bar license and keeping her from being a judge. I did not abandon you, SC. I didn't abandon anybody. I came straight in on my stream. Hey, Rising Sun Media, how are you, hon? Uh, but yeah, almost 3 hours talking with government officials, though. Uh, oh my God, and having a hangover. Do you know how hard that is? Having a hangover and talking with government officials the next day, it sucks. They know how to give you a headache as it is, and then you got a headache from a hangover. Oh my God. That was me today. I appreciate you for doing that, Brian King. Thank you. Uh, um, uh, I really do. You're awesome, bro. Thank you, Brian. Darla Peavy needs to go away. I hear people talking. Hold on a second. I don't know where they're at. Okay. Okay, I seen where they were. They ain't bothering me. I just heard people talking out there, and sometimes the way the river is, it echoes, and it sounds like they're right next to me when they ain't. I ain't done no drugs. They're the phenomenal. unless you can consider unless you consider a cigarette. Oh, phenomenal! Are you ghosting in here, huh? All right, Billy Bob Tantley. Who in the hell is that? I love ghosts. Let me guess. You're one of the two police officers that like to let me guess. You're one of the two police officers that like to watch my stream, huh? Phenomenal. You're MI6, okay. G Troll Tamer. Oh, you don't have an answer for me on that phenomenal? You're the kids' channels protector. Okay. So you're a cop, is what you're saying. Oh, Phenomenal's trying to play Ghost right now. He thinks he's special. He's a ghost. And I'm having fun playing with him. Well, you're special, man. You're a ghost. Why don't you come on in here? Why don't you come on in here and let these people talk to you too? Phenomenal. Oh, you're so special. I'm sure you rode the little yellow bus. Phenomenal. Most cops do ride the little yellow bus and have. I think that's a prerequisite of being a cop. AJ Styles. Well, I ain't going to be playing. This person right here is a cop, and I know it, and it's one of the two that like to watch my stream, and that's why I ain't playing with them. These cops around here know how I am with them, and I don't like them. You couldn't get me even if you wanted to. I ain't in your jurisdiction, phenomenal. Now you can call you could probably call the other county and have them come get me, but I doubt they'll listen to you because they don't like Dixie County. Oh, that might be true. Do y'all see Phenomenal? Then I thought he was. You can see my house from here, rising sun. ah, ah. Well, but we ain't on no kids channel here. Phenomenal, I can tell you that. I ain't worried about him. This troll's fun. Yep, it is. Oh, now he's going to try to talk in the Arabic language so I don't understand him. That's pretty cool. I know how to do that too. I can do that when I'm typing too. uh, hey, Chinese even. Wow, good job, Bayou. Well, that's good. I make you laugh. That's the whole idea of life is to make other people laugh. I think that's part of having a good life is to make other people laugh. Just like you're making me laugh, bro. You want to bet? You want to bet today? I have a game of fish warden at my house out here at these boats again today. I'll bet you $100, guys. But all right, I appreciate the view though. Phenomenal. Not really, not too much, Brian King. Yesterday, I think I had a complaint because someone couldn't get to their swimming hole that they liked or something, and they came out and talked to me, and they tried to get me to move Joe's boat, and I told them I can't do that. That's considered grand theft. So you're asking me to. I didn't go into details and ask them. So you're asking me to commit grand theft, things like that. Uh, I I can't play those games. Uh, I did tell them I would contact Joe, but that was the best I could do. Leonardo. Billy Bob Tannelly. Who the fuck is Billy Bob Tannelly? I don't think I've ever heard of that. I agree, G Troll Tamer. Nothing like a cigarette and a milkshake. Um, I don't have anything like that phenomenal. I got one phone. You're from Brazil. Well, I ain't got any beer anymore. I drank those all last night, thank God. Yeah, that is awesome, Brian King. I was thinking the same thing. And good morning, Miss Constitutional. I'm sorry I did not mean to leave you out. I love you, hon, but I was playing with a troll. Can't give you a beer. I'm out. I love trolls. They can be fun. They really can be. Yeah, that was a boat going by. He made some nice waves. Yep, waves crashing. You're right, Bandit. And I'm glad to see you, Miss Constitutional. You have been missed for not being in here as much as you used to be. I know you've been missed. I like the WWE. I've been watching it since I was a kid. I used to go. I used to go to backstage at the Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis, and I met a lot of them wrestlers that were wrestling. I met Stone Cold Steve Austin when he was stunning Steve Austin. I met the Undertaker before he was Undertaker. Yes, I have watched Raw. I watch all the repeats on YouTube and things like that. Yeah, Braun Strowman, turning him over in that dang porta potty was funny. I Yeah, that Braun Strowman is a strong son of a gun. Um, so because KO's a punk. I tell you what, Braun Strowman is awesome for his size. Yeah, I remember though. I remember all those guys, Bayou Bandit. Yeah, I got to meet Junkyard Dog before he passed away. Um, yes, they did, Miss Constitutional. They sure did. I got to meet. I used to play tag with Randy Orton in the locker rooms uh, when he was a kid and I was a kid. Yep, Mid-South Wrestling. Yep, Bandit, you're right. And then you also had the Midwest Wrestling Conference. That's what. That's where they started out in Missouri and all them. Okay, have fun with that. Yeah, same here, Brian King. I really liked it back in the Attitude Era uh, when they were able to freely talk. I love Jerry the King Lawler. I hated he had such a bad rap come down on him. Uh, that was a bullshit rap on Jerry the King Lawler. Jimmy Valiant. Yep. Yeah, go ahead, Jen. No problem, hon. Welcome back, SC. Yeah, I remember those days, Brian King. Bob Backlund, Ultimate Warrior, Doink the Clown, uh, all of them. Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, uh, you had Dusty Rhodes, all of them. Bill Dundee, yep. The Boogeyman, yep. Lex Luger, yeah, Cowboy Bill Watts. I remember when Shawn Michaels came out and he was just a little snot-nosed punk. Yeah, Jonathan the Coach. And Barry Midlow, yep, there were some old wrestlers there. Yeah, I said Dusty Rhodes. Mr. Perfect. Then you got then you had the Four Horsemen, Art Anderson, Ravishing Rick Rude, what's his name? Ric Flair and the other one, Sid Vicious. Wow, Black Sheep, that's something. The Shield, they're newer guys, yep, but they're good. Kurt Hennig, Kurt Hennig turned out to be Mr. Perfect. So, Junkyard Dog, yep, Junkyard Dog, he's an oldie. That's funny. Yeah, One Man Gang, there's another one. Ted DiBiase's another one. Let's see here. IRS. He fought with Ted DiBiase. His real name was Erwin R. Well, not his real name, but his stage name was Erwin R. Shyster. The Rabbit Wolverine. Damn, we're going back. The Road Warriors, guys. The Road Warriors. Yeah, Hulk Hogan. Let's see here. Uh, Geez, so many oldies. Sting was a favorite of mine too. Especially before he went. I liked him more when he wore blue. I like Sting when he wore blue instead of black, but Hawk and Animal, that's the Royal Warriors. Bandit. Yeah, Impact Wrestling had some good. I like Impact Wrestling really better than I did WWE. Yeah, all the Von Erichs. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is another one. Guys. I mean, the Von Erichs were great. The the Freebirds too. The Freebirds were awesome too. I liked them. The I got to meet a lot of them wrestlers that we were talking about at Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis when I was a kid. Um, yeah, same here, Brian. That's why I said I liked him as when he was blue instead of black, because when he went black, it reminded me of because he started doing that black look that he had when that movie The Crow came out, and he was. It seemed like they were trying to mimic the movie The Crow with him, and I hated it. It was stupid. Uh, Sting and Vader came to my hometown where I was born and raised. Uh, um, uh, uh, um, yeah, Randy Savage, that's another one. But Sting and Vader, Big Man Vader, they came to my hometown and they were always like enemies. And I'll never forget three of our good old boys in our hometown decided they were going to jump Big Man Vader. And Sting actually came to the rescue of Big Man Vader when those three good old boys decided to jump him. And they whooped those three good old boys' ass. Yeah, I agree, Brian King. I didn't like, honestly, I didn't like it because it was a mimic deal. They should have let him do his own thing and keep his own way. I think it would have done better for Sting. I really do. I think he lost a lot of respect when he started doing the mimicking stuff and all. Bret Hart, yep. Jim the Anvil Neidhart is another one. Yeah, the Brickyard Dog. No, Brian, when he first started out in the blue, and then blue tights that he used to wear, he never had any makeup on. He had blonde hair that he spiked up. And that's how he started. That's how Sting started. But he wasn't called Sting back then either. I forget what he was called. He was called something else. Um, uh, uh, I forget what they called him. But he did start out. Yes, Miss Elizabeth was awesome. I love Miss Elizabeth. I liked Medusa too. Medusa was one of the original WWE females. Um, the Country Girl, hell yeah, I forgot all about the Country Girl. um, oh, God, dang it. But yeah, I thought that was funny though when they came to my hometown and all. Scary Sherry. Yep, China. Uh, um, Jeez. But Miss Elizabeth was awesome. I liked Miss Elizabeth. But back then they were able to do what. Now, AJ Lee. Oh my God, that was one beautiful woman right there. Oh my God, Harlem Heat. Yes, Harlem Heat. Um, I'll tell you another one is that new one, that Alexa Bliss. She's a little looker too. Alexa Bliss is a little looker too. I like looking at that. But I liked AJ Lee. AJ Lee though, she knew how to do. Yeah, I understand that, Brian King. See, that's why I liked AJ Lee. She was very toned, but she didn't have muscles like a man. Um, uh, so like China did, and that one that used to run around with Santino Morelos. Hey, Odin, how are you, bro? I knew what you meant. That's why I said it the way I did. I knew exactly what you meant. I am doing pretty good, Odin. Uh, enjoying my day so far. Got to play a little bit with some trolls and things like that. That was fun. Uh, but yeah, see, that's why I also like Alexis Bliss too. Miss Elizabeth Bobblehead. Hey, Odin, why do you got Brian King blocked, bro? Brian King says he hasn't been able to see any of your messages for a month. The closest fuel we got, bro, is if you don't know, unblock Brian. He says he ain't been able to see you for a month, bro. So you might have accidentally done it, or FuckTube might have screwed up somewhere too. YouTube's been doing stuff like that to people too. So try to. He thought things were messed up. Hey, Christopher. I see you, boy. I see you in there making the little faces. Yeah, yeah, it says he ain't been able to see any of your messages all for a month. And he's checked all on his side. So, it's got to be you, Odin. Uh, so. And Odin said that he don't know why you're blocked. So, it was probably YouTube messed with you, on that one. I've had to unblock two people. I've had to unblock two people that I never blocked in my stream before. I just happened to catch it before they were saying anything. Yeah, YouTube has been putting locks on people, uh, um, and 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 all. They've been it's been one of those things where it seems like they've gone into your account and put it on there. Jalen. uh, I think that's funny. You're putting them right back to Christopher. That's neat. It's like you got your own little language going on there, Taylor. Yep, that's it. Heat index today of 100. That ain't bad. 100 ain't bad compared to what we've been running here. We had a heat index 2 days ago that was 100 plus. So it was like almost 115. So, but it's been nice and cool the last 2 days, which has been awesome. It looks like he liked what you had to say on the cactus good luck thing, Tay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's insane. That is insane. That's a hot heat index. I tell you what, 2 days ago it was so hot Satan went back to hell just to cool down. That was pretty hot. That was the day I kept complaining I was melting. All right, no problem, Odin. Ugh. Oh wow, he really had something to say there, Taylin. Uh-oh, piggy snouts. We know what he's talking about now. uh, I love this. This is awesome. Not yet. I haven't. I will take a look at that in a little while, bud. Yeah, Mr. Constitutional. When are you going to get to go live again? We like looking at you. Awesome. Awesome. We're going to get to see Miss Constitutional today. Yay. Hopefully. Ah, come on. I ain't gonna keep it a secret. I have a crush on her. I love also how smart that woman is too. That's another reason why I like watching her. She's very smart and very knowledgeable. I love it. Time for some more coffee, people. Oh my God. Uh, I think it's awesome, Taste, having fun with Christopher like that. That is too awesome. Tay, you are awesome, girl. You really are. I wished I could type. Unfortunately, with just having a phone, I can't type. I'd be doing that with you. Oh, watermelon. I want watermelon. Oh, an ice cold watermelon set in the spring for about 3 hours. Oh my God, that'd be so good. You just made me want to go buy a watermelon, Tay. Oh, yeah, that would even be better, but not today, Odin. That would actually, it might help get rid of my headache. They always say have a bit, take a nip of the bear, take a nip of the dog that bit you. It'll help you out. So, come on, breeze, don't stop blowing now. This is the first one I've had in a long, long time, but I drank way too much and didn't drink enough water, Odin. Uh, if I would have drank more water, I've been all right, but I didn't drink enough water before I started drinking last night. I've only had two in my entire life, Odin, to tell you the truth. And last night I got one. I don't normally get hangovers. So, uh, Oh, cool. A tropical depression. Cool. That don't really bother me much. I'll stay out here during a tropical storm. It's hurricanes that I leave the boat on. I have stayed out here now through 4 tropical storms out here on the river. Tropical storms don't bother me. Tropical depressions bother me less. Um, it's when they start turning into hurricanes that get get a bit get a bit worrisome. Then. All right, Mrs. Constitutional, you try to keep it classy too, hon, and we'll talk to you later. Love you, hon. I was in Florida for Andrew, but I didn't go through Andrew. I was in Miami after Andrew went through and flattened most of Miami and the glades down through there. And I seen a lot of shit that wasn't cool down there, Bandit. It was actually pretty nasty to see some of the stuff that I seen. Um, People were killing people over a loaf of bread and a candy bar down there. That's how bad it was. That's why I also always suggest trying to learn some basics for survival. You never know when a natural disaster. Yeah, Homestead was basically wiped off the face of the earth. Bandit, it sure was. Uh, I I was there. I was there distributing food. I was there giving out water, and we had to leave. We had to leave. We were there for 2 days, and we had to leave and let the National Guard come in and get things under control before we could come back and do that. We had 3 people that were killed at distributing centers down there. Just so they shot them. They shot them right point blank in the head, and then looted the. Okay, SC, we'll talk to you later, bro. And then they looted the food and the water. I mean, it got nasty down there because people didn't know how to survive. Um, and that's why I always, because of seeing that firsthand, that's why I always suggest people take time to learn some basic survival skills, so they don't get put into a situation where they're watching their kids die of hunger and or die of thirst, and they have no way to they don't have the knowledge to prevent that from happening, and they go out and kill people so their kids don't die. Um, the So that's why I always say try to learn some basic survival skills. If anything, for your kids, or your neighbor's kids or whatever, you know, it's a good thing to know because everywhere on Earth is prone to a natural disaster. Everywhere on Earth is prone to a natural disaster. So, so do it for yourself, do it for the kids, do it for whoever you want to do it for, but do it. You know. That's why I'm also going to try to do a couple of little small things just to help y'all get. I'll show y'all how to do a few small things just to help you get through a situation like that. I'm just gonna show you how to make a sand charcoal filter. It's easy. I'll show you how to make a fish trap. I'll show y'all how to make a fish trap and all things like that. Just little basic things that you can do to help yourself maybe get some food, if you need it. And fresh water. Fresh water is a necessity. I did, Daylan, that was funny. Uh, Reminded me of a comic strip there. uh, Flat Earth. You just got a call, Brian, about. Oh, wow. I hope they issue a warrant on me. I'd like to see the damn SWAT team. I'd like to see that damn SWAT team come out here on a boat to get me. Do you know why they issued the new warrants or anything, Brian? To tell you that? Yeah, I'm starting to wonder that myself. I know Mexican Padilla did put out a new thing. I do know Mexican Padilla put out a victims of Leon Valley. Um, so I got the it's Mexican Padilla Leon Valley victims important message is what it says on his thing. I don't know. I unfortunately why I have my reasons for watching him. Uh, it ain't that I want to. Let's put it that way. But if y'all ever heard of the old saying, "Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer," that's all I need to say. Like I said, the only reason I watch him is yeah, is the old saying, "Keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer." Mexican Padilla on way to jail right now. Uh, just got a thing. It says Mexican Padilla on way to jail. So I don't have y'all. I don't have no problem with y'all asking questions. Say it, Bandit. Who cares? Uh, on the offense. Uh, not many people can offend me. I can tell you that. I damn. I and any unasked question is the only stupid question I can think of because you have a reason for asking a question, and that's to gain knowledge. If you don't ask the question, then you ain't gaining the knowledge. So therefore, therefore an unasked question is a stupid question. So ask your question, Bandit. And welcome back, Jen. Okay, okay, Bandit. But yeah, but there was a thing that just came up on my announcements, and it says Mexican Padilla on way to jail. So evidently he is on the way to jail again. Yeah, Taylin was having her own coded conversation with Christopher, Jen. It was fun to watch. Christopher's awesome. I love Christopher. He's a good. Yeah. Overall, he's a pretty good kid. So, but if there, so maybe there is truth behind new warrants and things being put out there. Padilha's back under arrest. Tell him we love him too, GNT. I know he heard me, but make sure he knows the rest of us love him too. Holy cow! Well, if he's got four warrants, that's why they raised the bond. Uh, um, Four warrants for his arrest is the main reason why they raised his bond. If he's got four more. This that's it in a nutshell, Brian King. They're retaliating, and it's stupid, and they're going to try to put every one of them in jail and make them sign a release form saying they won't sue. I'll guarantee you, it's going to come out that they're going to try to make anybody sign a release form that they won't sue to get out of jail. That's it in a nutshell. And I hope no one takes that deal. But I bet you that's what it's all about. That in a nutshell, right there. But this stuff is starting to get old with these damn people in Texas. They're gonna probably find out that they're screwing up big time. The more they arrest under false pretenses, the more they're screwing up. They're just digging their own grave, is what they're doing. Uh, Brian, uh, haven't you been watching Leon Valley? not, not trying to be a smartass or anything, but they've already done some stupid shit. This is just them being more stupid, and they're trying to get people to not. They're trying to get people not to sue them. Tay, I'm sure Padilla has his own lawsuit going. I'll bet you $100 Padilla has his own lawsuit going. He may not be on the class action lawsuit that they got going, but they did it to Bow, Brian. I mean, come on. Look what they did to Bow. Sign or jail. They did it to Bow, Brian. And the government, uh, what are they doing with that damn Peavy? You see what I'm saying? And it was sign or go to jail. And they straight up extorted his bail money by doing that. Why not? They'll say it's a conditional release, Brian. That's exactly what they'll do. Now, of course, in court, it ain't going to hold up like everything else that Leon Valley's ever done. Ain't going to hurt. But still, yet, they're going to try it. I'm sure. I wouldn't put it past it at all. These people in Leon Valley are trying to do everything they can to keep their jobs. And right now, this lawsuit's going to expose them for what they are. Okay? They've been extorting people in that town for years, uh, according to eyewitness accounts. Uh, the extortion has been bad there. So I wouldn't put them past them just so they could try to keep their job, especially that freaking sticky note chief they got. Chief Sticky Note there. He ain't got nothing to lose except this lawsuit that's going to put him out in the light to what he is. Um, and so he's got everything to gain and nothing to lose. So why not? Do something this stupid to try to keep people from uh, Brian? I know they can't, but here's the deal: he's got nothing to lose. Why not do it and see if they can keep people from suing him? He's got nothing at all to lose. He's trying to keep his job. That's all he's trying to do. I know he can't do it. I know it's against the law, but he's got nothing to lose. People that are desperate do desperate things. I have seen desperate people in desperate situations, and he's in a that chief and all of them cops, not just the chief, all the cops that were involved are in a desperate situation now. They're fighting for their survival as the cops in that area. So they're desperate, and they're going to do everything they can to keep people from doing a lawsuit and that. I told you why they raised his bond amount, Tay. If he's got 4 extra warrants on him now, that's the whole reason for raising the bond. He don't have freedom. He's going to jail on this already, Brian, more than likely, and he knows it. If this gets out and gets out into the mainstream, he knows he's done. Yeah, you're probably right on that, Bandit. He knows he's done. His freedom's done already, and he knows it. If this gets out to mainstream media, he's done, and he knows he's done. Uh, um, he's already committed multiple federal felony accounts that he's jailable for. Uh, um, and I've looked that stuff up myself. Uh, uh, the keeping of the equipment, and then and then also, if you want your equipment back, you can't sue us. That's a federal felony. That is extortion. And he's already tried to commit the act of extortion, Brian King, by stating, by stating, by giving the ultimatum: if you come and get your equipment, we'll gladly give you, we'll gladly give you your equipment back if you sign a paper stating you won't sue us. Um, that's extortion. Any way you look at it. He's already tried that, and he found out it was a failure. So now the next step is to jail people and say, okay, you sign this paper, you get your freedom. If you don't sign this paper, you get to go, you get to be locked up like an animal. He's already tried it. So he's a desperate animal in a desperate situation is what he is. And he knows that's what he is a desperate animal. And he's going to do everything he can to make people's lives miserable until he can't do it no more. And that's it in a nutshell. So I have seen that. I have seen that scenario played out in Arkansas and Missouri before too. That's how I know that. That's also why West Plains, Missouri, don't allow the county cops to come into their town anymore. West Plains, Missouri said the county cops can't come into their town no more, and they get ran out every time they try to come into the town by the citizens. The citizens of West Plains, Missouri don't allow it no more. So yeah, and pay $25. You're right, Bandit. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever seen. Don't sue us and make a whole bunch of money, and but you're gonna have to pay $25 to get your shit back anyway. So I and honestly, I know and understand where this lawsuit's about. It ain't about making money. It's about making them hold accountable for what they do, and I'm glad of it. Um, and I hope it keeps going and going. Love you too, Jen. You have a good day. And I'm going to get off here, guys. I've been on here for about 2 hours. Um, Been on here for about 2 hours and all. And my phone's getting hot again. So I'll probably start buffering again. I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all. And try to have a great day. I'll talk to y'all probably later on somewhere in a chat, or I might do another live stream later. All right, I'm out, guys. Love you.